C Ionian, C major. Ionian is pretty much dictating major. It's a major sounding thing. But if a keyboard player were to tell you to play a C Ionian, he's basically saying play C major starting on a C note. 8th fret, low E. And you've got low E and A, you've got 8, 10, 12. On the D and G, 9, 10, 12, both. And on the B and high E, you've got 10, 12, 13. I have students ask me what I prefer between the 3-note per string finger combinations. If I'm doing a 8, 10, 12 on the low E, would I use 1, 3, 4? Or would I use 1, 2, 4? I can use both. I think the most commonsensical thing in my brain would be to go 1, 2, 4, because you've got, and then you've got this. So you're using 1, 2, 4 on all those. I think sometimes your fingers can muddle things up if you're not careful. So, and then 1, 3, 4 on the 10, 12, and 13, respectively. Obviously, if you want to work on your picking, alternate picking starting on a downstroke. And what that means is not every single string is starting on a downstroke. We're just talking the very first note. So from here on, you're doing alternate picking. So because it's 3-note per string, odd numbers per string. So we've got a down, up, down on the low E, up, down on the A, down, D, up, G, down on the B, and an up, on the high E. I mean, that's the only way. Look at the right hand. I don't know if you've ever tried these picks yet. Try the Tortex, Jen Dunlap Tortex T3s. The ink has come off, but it's a nice normal size guitar pick with a nice sharp tip. They're not too bad. I use them every now and then. I don't use them all the time. I usually stick to the Jazz 3s. A lot of people, want to work on their left hand only. Cool. Down, hammer, hammer. Check it out. Here's the diagram of C Ionian. Got the notes up at the top. I've got their intervallic value here, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, if you need to know that stuff. If you notice, you got the 1st, 3rd, and 5th notes, which make up the C major chord. And then written, right there in diagram form is what it looks like. It's one of the easier scales to remember. Now, if you don't want to play C Ionian and you want to play G Ionian, cool. Find your G note on the low E string, which is either the 3rd fret or the 15th. Run this. And then you're playing G Ionian. G major's relative minor is E minor. Now you're playing, you can make a chord progression of just G power chord, E power chord, and this fits over both quite nicely.